In this video, we're going to talk a little bit more about rubrics and how you actually grade using a rubric. And so I logged in as a student and completed my assignment. Now I'm going to go into the Grade Center view. I like using full Grade Center view because it reminds me of those old grade centers from way back when, the grade books we had. And so you'll notice that I have done my course agreement. I'm going to go all the way over to an assignment that I did that actually has a rubric attached to it. So you'll see if it has this circle with an exclamation point, it's ready to be graded. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to go to the attempt. And I can see what the student has submitted. I didn't submit a video. I just found an item to submit. But if I use this little drop down here, you know you can grade attempts by just typing a grade right here. But if I use the little drop down arrow, I can use my actual rubric that I created. So I can click on my PSA rubric, and I can see each of the areas: content, verbal skills, nonverbal, set technical, that we talked about in the previous video if you watched it. If I need more information, I can show descriptions of the rubric, and I can also show feedback. I can give feedback in the rubric itself. I will give you a warning. Most people never look at feedback within the rubric. So just from a best practices perspective from me, I uncheck show feedback, and any feedback that I give, I'm going to give in the main comments box. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark myself as exemplary because I watched my video and I did an amazing job. So I'm going to mark everything as exemplary, and you'll see that I've made a 100. It's calculated the raw total for me. So for example, if I was just accomplished on the set technical piece, it took off some points there because it wasn't quite up to perfection. So we'll go ahead and call it that so you can see it in the grade book. Don't put feedback here yet. I want to show you where to put the feedback. Save your rubric. Any feedback that you want to put, type in this box. Here is your feedback. And you can type as much as you want. You can upload a document here if you want to, this little plus sign here. If you have filled out the rubric, a lot of times what I'll do is take the actual rubric, write on it, transpose those grades into the electronic rubric, and I might scan the rubric that I actually wrote on and insert it as a local file. But you don't have to. You can just type right in here for your feedback. Or if you want to add a screenshot or a file or a document, you can do that right here by inserting a local file. And then you're going to submit the grade. So now you'll see in my grade book that item has been graded. Now let me go back to student preview so that you can see the student's view. So I'm going to go back up here to preview mode so you can see me as a student. If I go to my grades and click on it, you'll see all of my assignments here. And then you'll also see that I have a 97. My course agreement didn't count toward my grade at all. But if I scroll on down to where that grade actually is, you'll notice now that there's a little speech bubble. And not all of our participants know to click on this. So click on that, and that's going to pop up your feedback for that particular grade. So that is something you may want to let your participants know. But it's that easy. You can just follow your rubric, and that's how you're going to grade it. Hopefully this has been helpful.